Creating videos specifically for YouTube can be a daunting task for both the experienced and novice videographer, especially when you're doing it alone and filming yourself. This is mostly due to the emphasis placed on meeting specific video length and audience retention criteria supported by the YouTube algorithm. As creators, we quickly become aware that if we seek to be successful on the platform, we must adhere to these criteria. So regardless of if you are creating a talking head interview style video or a narrative story format, there are some practical production rules to remember that will help you produce the best YouTube-ready content possible with whatever equipment you have on hand. The first rule is to decide and map out what your video is going to be about. Think of a great title and consider what your thumbnail could look like during this step. This can be in the form of a formal script or simple notes for you to follow depending on the video format you choose. In either case, work out how your video's story will be the most engaging over the allotted time. Next, the two technical areas that need to be addressed are audio and image capture. For this, you may be using your phone or other professional filming equipment. If you are using your phone for both audio and image, it is best to be as close to the audio source as possible to capture the clearest, consistent quality sound available. Ideally, you want a nice mid-level audio signal that can be edited up or down in post to match any other associated audio. Being too close and loud runs the risk of distorting the audio, also known as clipping, which is virtually unfixable in post. Being too far away causes the audio to have distance, which produces a weak signal, echo, and allows background or room noise to overpower the main subject audio. If using professional audio recording equipment, these same rules apply. Get your mic as close to the sound source as possible without audio clipping so that you have more control over the sound while editing. Great image capture requires the understanding of one thing, and that thing is light. Yes, there are a ton of camera settings and lenses for professional cameras, and there are a gazillion different light rigs to choose from, but they all have the same main purpose, and that is to simply produce and control light. Understanding this, there are a few helpful tips to consider. Use lighting to help tell the right story. Lighting is a key visual element that can make or break a video in terms of storytelling. This is because lighting is what largely controls the mood and emotional tone of a video or film. And depending on the camera, light or the lack thereof will directly determine the quality it is able to capture. For example, many YouTubers have adopted to using ring lights for headshots because they provide a soft, bright, and even front directional light source. This light source has a temperature that works with most consumer and professional cameras. As it pertains to storytelling, this type of lighting is associated with honesty, as it reduces the appearance of dark shadows on the face. In filmmaking, the position of shadows on a face determines the temperament and mood of a subject in a scene, such as shining a strong key light upon one side of a subject can create a sense of drama and intrigue. Always be aware of how light is affecting your videos. Even if you don't own professional lighting, you can still position your subject using whatever light is available to help tell the story you wish to tell. Speaking of positioning your subject, one of the best pieces of gear to own is a good tripod. It's invaluable when filming yourself because it enables you to quickly capture shots that require stealth and speed. If you don't currently own a tripod, you can still use whatever you have available to stabilize your shots and capture the footage needed. There are essentially three core shots used to tell most stories. These are the wide or establishing shot, the mid shot, and the close-up. The wide shot is typically used to establish time, place, and season of a story, and it's often the first shot you see. It's also used throughout a story to mark the passing of time or as transitions from scene to scene. The mid shot is the most commonly used shot in film and video, as it's used for both major dialogue and supporting action. Close-up shots are mostly used to show emotion, but can also be effective as establishing shots depending on the mood you are trying to convey. Now that we have outlined a few of the core mechanics behind creating your best possible YouTube videos, let's step through how to use them in a real-life situation. For the purpose of this demonstration, let's say our video or film is a narrative about a man who is on the run from a secret organization, and he has 30 seconds to tell his story via video message before he is captured again. Following our previously discussed steps, let's first think of a great title for our YouTube video. Let's call it Man on the Run. While we're at it, let's go ahead and brainstorm about what a good thumbnail would look like. Maybe a man running, or a close-up looking afraid. There, that's it. A close-up of a man running, looking afraid. Now, since this is a man on the run, let's shoot this outside in natural light. Shooting in natural light during the right time of day will allow you to exclude the use of additional lighting in most cases. Starting with our wide establishing shot, let's choose an area that fits our storyline, such as an urban landscape with lots of intricate buildings and structures. To film it, I would suggest getting up as high as possible to get a nice aerial establishing shot. If you can't get up high, not to worry. Just shoot from a wide enough perspective to capture where the story is taking place. Next, let's capture our mid shot. In this scenario, we are going to use this shot to immediately grab the attention of our viewer by showing action in progress. This also allows us to establish our main subject or character. Finally, with our close-up shot, let's tell the story. Since our story is about a man leaving a video message, we're going to shoot some of the close-ups on an actual phone. Doing this brings the viewer closer into the story and world we have created, and gives us our main dialogue audio without the use of additional audio equipment. Now take a quick look at the results of our sample demonstration video.
My name is John Barber. I've been kidnapped by a secret organization. They're out on my trail. If anybody finds this phone, the organization is in Atlanta, Georgia. They're holding us in 44 Marietta building in the basement. Please help. Oh, shit.
We will be covering editing videos for YouTube at another time, but you should now have a grasp of some effective ways to approach filming yourself alone. Lastly, if you found value in this video, please like, comment, and share it. Subscribe and hit the bell if you have not already done so. Thank you for watching, and to all content creators, Godspeed. YouTube Money is a knowledge-based video series by FREESPUR.